Hi, I'm Matt Williamson with Yardbarker, here to talk about a huge game in the AFC South and the entire AFC playoff picture. Titans go into Indianapolis to play the Colts. These two teams played 2 weeks ago, with the Colts coming out on top with probably a pretty convincing fashion. So they currently own the tiebreaker between these two 7-3 teams atop the AFC South. Only the Steelers have a better turnover differential than Tennessee, but the Colts are also +6 in this department, which is really amongst the league leaders as well. Only two defenses have turned their opponent over more than the Colts, but the Titans' offense is the best in football at protecting the ball. On a yards per play basis, only two defenses are better than Indianapolis. As you would imagine, Tennessee has one of the best run games in football, with Derrick Henry obviously leading that parade, and obviously he can wear down a defense and does great work late in the games. But the Colts are one of the most run-heavy offenses, and the Titans are obviously one of the most run-heavy offenses in the league, especially on first downs. But only two defenses allowed fewer yards per carry than the Colts, and the Colts excel at stopping the run on first downs in particular. The Colts defense did an excellent job against Tennessee's passing game 2 weeks ago, but keeping A.J. Brown and, to a lesser degree, Jonnu Smith and Corey Davis, who's having a really good year, is never an easy chore, but Brown is a superstar in the making. Tennessee is amongst the worst in the league at possessing the football, which is strange considering they have Derrick Henry. But it's really put their defense at a disadvantage this year. Only one team is allowing their opponent to run more snaps per game than the Titans. Phillip Rivers has been throwing the ball with more regularity of late. He had a big game when these teams met last, and Michael Pittman has really stepped up as his best receiver, particularly after the catch. Only two defenses are producing fewer sacks per game than the Titans, while the Colts allowed the fewest sacks per game in the league. Tennessee's defense also has been horrible on third down, which really contributes to their inability to get off the field, and that affects their time possession numbers greatly, obviously. The Colts are averaging just 3.8 yards per carry, which is amongst the worst in the league. But there are some signs of life here with Jonathan Taylor. Look like he's finally taking over the lead back duties, if we can, judge off last week. The Colts have been outstanding on special teams, while Tennessee has been awful. And frankly, that's the biggest mismatch in the contest, is the kicking game. I don't expect as lopsided of a game as last meeting. I think this will be a very close, fun-to-watch game. But I do think this is a good matchup for the Colts, and they get the win 24-23. Thanks so much. I am Matt Williamson with Yardbarker.